So, as you know, actually, as S-Clinica, we do provide the supply forecasting solution. So, therefore, we have spent quite a lot of time to analyze the problem, the challenges, and to develop the solution. I would say the key is the devil is in the details. So, meaning that it is really necessary to be flexible in order to be able to consider, I wouldn't say like all parameters, although sometimes, of course, definitely considering all parameters is important, but to consider those specific parameters that may impact your supply management. Because from the first side, you can have an impression that the study is quite standard. No, but probably there is something specific, like, for example, category of patients or something else that will impact your supply forecasting. So it's not only about the recruitment rate. There are many, many things that needs to be considered. Therefore, playing with different scenarios, analyzing them, analyzing the difference will help to identify the best, the balance between the costs and the risks, and to identify the supply strategy. Actually, that's really an interesting question because at the moment what we can see is the rise of the personalized treatment. So we are speaking, of course, about the cell and gene, but also radiopharm products. Because this is an individual production, so it's the product which is developed per patient, so meaning that on top of that, that means that actually it needs to be produced and to be available on site specifically for this patient. But the problem with radiopharm products is that by nature, so it's radiopharm, so meaning that the product contains radioisotope. So that means that we need to consider the challenges related to the radioisotopes. And one of the key challenges is that they have not only the shelf life, but also a half-life. So meaning that when they produce the dose, I say they, the sponsor and the manufacturer, the CDMO, they would need to consider all those parameters and the date when the patient will be injected, keeping in mind that there is a half life of the isotope. I think that probably it's necessary really to think about the supply chain as taking the big picture into account, and probably considering like what is the challenge at every single step, and trying to be able to compare those scenarios in order to design the best solution for the study, because every single study is different.